Welcome back to more Chainsaw Man, where, well, Denji is sacrificing himself nobly, and not because there's a massive outbreak of fear and one of the group being stabbed. But jumping into the more of danger, whether or not he will be gifted with that victory kiss is left to be said, but with Chainsaw's whirring, I'm sure he's going to give it a good go. Just how big of a name is the Chainsaw Devil made for himself amongst all of the others? Honestly, I kind of liked the mental damage this devil was doing to the group. The fear of eternity got to a few of them. Especially with the number of cigarettes running low, no food. Well, and just company just existing. Now let's see some more. And also, with the entire place being flipped on its side. Having all the furnishings and whatnot flipped about. How are you going to, like, clean a place like this after? Over? You think it's over? Now this is an OST to go along with to go along with a scene like this. His body being held together with wire and hope. As frantic as the imagery we're being shown and the animation, so's the music. And then there'll be nothing left. So much weaker now. I'm guessing he's not meaning Denji at the beginning of the fight, but in fact mentioning quite a while ago. Maybe before that Denji even found Pochta bleeding out in the forest or wherever it was. And for once, Power actually giving a bit of constructive feedback of the situation, not just laughing at the destruction going on. He's losing a lot of blood. Also, her being the blood devil, extremely useful, as we saw in by the previous one, of keeping Akie alive after his wound. Is that going to need to be revisited at some point? Is she going to get better control of it? And with the multitude of limbs and like a non-Newtonian. Oh, that's one way to get his power back. A non-Newtonian kind of body that this thing has. But blood is blood. If it gets his blades out again. Well, and that's why he didn't make it. And you have to be completely senseless to be able to work here. His desire to hunt down the gun devil. It's like a one-track mind to get that the task done. Might be able to overcome any fear. When you keep everyone, even devils on their feet by not giving away anything of your train of thought. Is there too much when you've been fighting a war like this against devils themselves amongst a field of fallen comrades? So at one point, if you take too long, no one's going to be ready. There'll just be another marker in the ground. I like that it did it to the point where if she didn't have the eye patch, you'd be able to see how much emotion was there. But it purposely obscured it. He got that tofu. So all you got to do is prepare him for the best. But because the gun devil was just so out there, you don't want to lose another partner. You had the complete opposite of that cool collectedness. They just snapped his neck. Just rev that engine again. So as long as he keeps carving... Is it... I mean, sure he can heal, but with tiredness and exhaustion overtake him at some point. Perpetual motion machine. Yeah, I like that. As Denji wades through gore, just keeps him going. How long has he been fighting if they're all... A good question, I was thinking the same. No wonder they're exhausted. Power ate all the food. with very little entertainment, just the sounds of screams and crying. Apologising and wanting to die after being carved to this extent. And just like that, it's over. Of course, it did take 3 days, so I can't really say just like that, but... And he's been fighting through it while the others have been exhausted. I think he's deserved that rest. Their reports on the situation will be along soon. A party. Surprising, that. I only tried to kill you, what's the big deal? Was that only a tiny fragment of the gun devil? How much did he actually have to wade through? So you got the division and then you got the big head coming down as well. Is it going to be so easy to get her along? Got to act fast. A moron. And considering the little bit that we got from the devil when he was being carved. What was the chainsaw devil? What kind of name did it have for itself? And this is why I don't go out for work parties and the like. There's far too many people here. This is her food. So they're a mix between casual and my work attire. So she doesn't get to eat eat well. I really like his face, just like, oh, what the hell is wrong with her? I'll have one of everything. Oh yeah, he can't read, can he? Bringing that up now. She needs to be a juicy one. Sure, what's a little bit of murder if it can be paid off so easily? But she has to be a bit drunk first. I mean, it is Denji, let's be fair. But is there anyone that Denji doesn't trust? He has no reason not to really. He's quite open. Huh? 16? Hmm. Hmm. So they can... A lot of them can call upon it at any one time. And she's here because her family forced her into it. She has a contract as well. Well, she dressed up. 8 sisters. Ah, well, no wonder they don't really care for her then, I guess. What? It's a good place to talk about this. The deaths in the field, how easy it is for people to lose their life. And until he gets that, he'll be alive forever. Yeah, really, I see that. Ah, so it's not a rare occurrence. I mean, if you're in a role, if you're in an occupation that has a death rate like this does, and yet she's here as in a greeting party for rookies. No, ma'am. Ah, giving out mixed signals, I see. But the kind of like the bread in the first episode, seeing the amount of detail putting into just like the tea and beer on the table. He's in a tough situation. How is he ever going to figure this one out? It's a quite concentrated area around here, is there? They're starting to make their move. She's not going to reveal her hand that quickly. It's on a need-to-know basis. Seems a good way to deal with confidential information. Quite the evening. So who won? Where does... Ah, I thought she was going to say how much she actually eats. You sure about that? I'd say about 4. Ah, that was... Okay, 140. So much just tips the scale, yes. No build-up. Just, no... No, looking away. They're putting on a show for the rest of the people here at the table. It's not a tongue. Would make sense. She has been drinking a lot. I mean, some of them are going to have some entertainment. Please don't. I wonder what the nutritional value would be. He's eating some old mouldy burger and the like, so, I guess the extreme taste of bile probably isn't too much. Now, if his younger self could see him now. What was his... Oh god, he's had a childhood, didn't he? So what is his method for helping him throw up? He's experiencing some new things. I'm not entirely sure they're decent, but new experiences nonetheless. Oh god. I agree, actually. Although I'd go for food instead of drinks. Are you sure that's a good idea? I mean, after having so much... After throwing up so much, yeah, he would need to refill with some water. I'm sure that's a sight he would love to see right now. And still drinking. Yeah, that's gonna go well. Better than tea? He could ask you the same thing. How the hell did he get here? How long has she been plying him with alcohol like this? What? Does she feel a bit jealous? I like that window. Does she feeling a bit jealous? Hilarious. Slightly better atmosphere than at the table. And a whispered comment that... Oh, a whispered comment that we are going to find out what she says. Most of the grain was on the TV. If you've got visuals like this where you've got... I'm guessing a reference to many of an old game. I'm not sure what this one specifically would be. The aspect ratio changed. We're watching this on the TV. We're stuck in the late 90s or something. I wonder how some of those characters would feel about being depicted in such ways. Although, yeah, you'd be fine with it. Lovely. At least it's tastefully done in rainbow this time. But to finish a job well done in the hotel. But to finish a job well done in the hotel, to end it off with drinks and a team party celebration. could have gone better. Got to know some of them. There were some new faces in there, which I'm sure will be very relevant. And of course, apologising for trying to off Denji for their one way out, escaping this that hellhole. But also now they're going to lean on him even more. So, well, you got us out of the last one, didn't you? Just go on, hack and slash your way to victory again. But quite a lot of things are coming to Denji quite easily. You know, the reward from power, the kiss from, and, well, even if things aren't quite like he expected, hopefully he's not going to be completely dissuaded from following his dreams. But yeah, I think, story-wise, getting a little bit more that the devils out there know of the Chainsaw Devil. They're kind of afraid of him. He's had a history where they were immensely powerful, or at least enough to be feared to have them come after him now in the current weakened state. I'd like to see what Pochta looked like back in its heyday, before it was intertwined with Denji. But also the slow collection of parts of the Gun Devil's body, the collection of the remnants, no matter how small they are. And it seems to be ramping up. Where has the Gun Devil been hiding out? Why have they been silent for 13 years or whatever it was? And what's going to be the final straw which actually brings them out? Also looking at the collection of faces we see around the table now, how many of them are going to be left for the next meeting? If the staff turnover rate is so high. All I hope is that Denji washes his mouth out. All of the food that he ate during this entire thing has now been wasted, which is kind of unfortunate. He was having such a good time before. But seeing the early stages of this episode and the perpetual motion machine that was Denji, slashing away, feeding on the blood of his victim while still carving, healing himself, going on for 3 days without rest. That's pretty nice. I also really liked the OST at the beginning. I heard some chanting to go along with it, with the offbeat, stop, hard metal industrial sounds. Devil in the name of devil. Whether or not you want to go out drinking or just stealing all of the fried chicken for yourself, maybe this line of work isn't so bad. Just if you can withstand weeks of torture and turmoil, and blood, evisceration, scars, pain, devils, losing everyone that you know and love. Small trade-off, really. But if you've enjoyed Chainsaw Man, let me know. If you leave a like and a comment on the video, it helps out the channel. If you want to help me grow even more, consider sharing it around. But of course, if you want to make sure not to miss out, consider subscribing. But most importantly, definitely get yourselves a bit of rest. We may need it. But I'll see you in the next one. If you want to see all of the vomit that is my channel being spewed into the gaping maw of the internet, consider joining onto my channel and helping out make it a little bit more nutritious. Because what could go wrong with watching even more anime? Well, apart from being horrified from what we saw in this one. So I guess I need to thank Noku, Raywin, Sal, Arthea, Kite, Mystic Square, Shiwan, Mats, Gurley, Cardboard, Akane, Danny Swede, Diego Zenhausen, Tori Jane, Carl Wattage, The Kebab Seller, Welcome to the Blank, and everyone else. For if not for them, I would still be trapped in the never-ending hotel of misery.